This section is we're going to do a walk and talk with Brent.
Brent Fikowski has dealt with heartbreak the past 2 years. Here he is finally at the CrossFit Games. Fikowski is across the finish line. He's trying to get himself onto the podium. Now he will wait and see. Fikowski will finish third in the event.
We're going to talk everything CrossFit. But first of all, what's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I mean, growing up, it was probably like Goonies and Sandlot. Right now, recently, I watched The Shape of Water, and that was really good.
I've never heard of either of those movies.
You haven't heard of The Goonies?
No.
Really? That's like The Goonies and The Sandlot are like coming of age, like kids movies. So that looks cool. I like Star Wars, so I guess the Star Wars movies, probably episode like, it's pretty cliche, but like 4 and 5. Yeah.
I've not watched either.
You haven't seen Star Wars?
No.
Actually, you know what my pet peeve is? And I just did it. My pet peeve is when people say, "Oh, I can't believe you haven't seen that," or "I can't believe you haven't heard of that band," or "I can't believe you've never been to, Minnesota."
What is your favorite band?
I'm much more into music than I am movies, so right now I really like McCluskey, but favorite band of all time would probably be like Queen or The Who. Lots of classic rock.
I've heard of those. We came through this little bit. We're all in the back end. Can't say it. Do you listen to Post Malone?
Not a lot, no. I've heard a few of his songs and they're good, but not my genre really.
Justin Bieber?
Again, like, I don't mind pop occasionally, but not really my thing.
What do you train to?
Either no music at all, or just I'll let other people choose. Like, I don't really care. I don't really hear it. But when I'm in my home gym, it'll just be like punk rock.
Right, let's get on to the real issues.
Oh yeah.
The new setup and format.
Yeah.
What's your opinion?
I don't really have much of one yet because nothing's really official yet. Obviously, Greg Glassman's said a bunch of things, and I'm sure a variation of those things will come to pass, but we don't really know. It doesn't really matter what my opinion is. It's more like what I'm going to do to react to it, and I think it's likely that the Open will play less of a role this year, and I'll probably just go to a lot of competitions and try to qualify through the competitions. I think it's a much better use of my time for me to do that, to go to the games. And I think for people watching, and they're going to think one way or the other, I wouldn't worry about it so much. I would just think about what you can do to make the best of it for yourself. There's going to be like huge vacuums in the space regarding potentially like coverage of these events, media for these events. There's the potential coming up for there to be like these tiers of events, like a level 1, 2, and 3, and then these sanctions events, and then the games. So you can start to immerse yourself in like creating events that are quality. Yeah, I think there's like a lot of opportunity for people. So
did you say that if it comes down to just winning your country or winning the Open, we were talking about this over Nando's, and it was kind of like the fact that Brent's not built for the Open.
Yeah.
So we might not see you in the Open? Dependent.
Yeah, it depends, right? Like, let's assume that if I win one of 16 events, I go to the games, or if I win my country in the Open, and if the Open looks like it has for the past 5 years, then the likelihood of me doing the Open is pretty small, I think. But like, don't quote me on that. I'm not quitting. It's just, I think it's a better use of my time.
Being smart.
Just being smart.
You're known as the professor.
Yeah, it's just like 5 weeks is a long time to do like 5 workouts 3 times each.
Yeah. If you could pick a workout that you would win, what would you program and why?
It would look like the chippers at regionals with some swimming in it.
Box step overs?
Yeah, just that, and like lunges, a couple rope climbs, some wall balls, airdyne, just like some good grindy stuff, maybe some odd objects thrown in there for like 15 to 20 minutes. It's one of the reasons why these competitions, if I can go to one that will have at least one swimming event, it could be really good. I mean, if you go to, these new regionals that are sanctioned and they have 6 events and one of them has the water, like that's huge for me, right? Which could be cool. I mean, Dubai sometimes has 2 swimming events. Wadapalooza usually has 1. A lot of these other ones sometimes have 1, and maybe they'll try and go off site and have some fun. So that could be huge for me.
What has been your favorite moment of the game so far? Like for me personally, watching you has been the snatch because of your face when you stood up.
Oh yeah.
But
I don't know. There's not really one that particularly sticks out. I think honestly, some of the event wins I had in my first year, just because there was just this sort of raw excitement to those moments.
Yeah.
That, as time has went on, I've become more and more comfortable at the games. So, just like another day at the office. When that first year, when I won those events, I kind of was able to soak it in and immerse myself in a way like young love. Those moments, they change, but those first 4 event wins, each in their own way, was really special.
Do you like chocolate?
Yeah.
What's your favorite sweet treat?
Dark chocolate of some type or some type of ice cream. When we were in Lisbon, we had some really, 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 really good gelato that, blew my mind. So that was pretty good.
Nutella gelato is definitely my favorite.
No.
No?
No, I don't like Nutella. But I mean, I like hazelnut and I like chocolate, but I don't know. Nutella's a little too fake.
Do you like peanut butter?
No, I mean, it's okay. It's not my favorite butter or nut.
People always blow their mind at like the fact that I hate peanuts and peanut butter. Found another one.
Oh, you don't like peanut butter?
Hate it.
I don't hate it. There's other things that I would like have before that.
Do you ever get it where you go on Instagram and you see someone like they kill some random workout that's like absolutely insane, and you look at it and you go, how the hell could I ever do that?
Yeah. 100%, and it's why I don't really consume very little CrossFit media anymore. So I don't consume a lot of Instagram content or YouTube content, sorry. But honestly, for that reason, because it gets in my head, and then I realized after a couple years of competing at regionals that I'll see these guys do this stuff, and I'll be like, man, I don't know if I could do that, some Airdyne squat clean workout, and I'm just like, this guy's crazy, he's leveled up this year, he's caught me, or he's gonna stay ahead of me, or whatever it is. And then I come to regionals, I'm like, you're not the same guy that did that workout, or I don't know why, but, and so I realized that all that stuff, it just doesn't matter, and it's just there to get in your head. So I just have to trust that, I was at this certain level, and my work is either keeping me there or definitely putting me ahead of most of these guys around me, and that's all I need to worry about.
Trust in exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Even I found that recently, I'm not this level, but I would go on Instagram and look at what other guys are doing and literally be there I can't do that, and then for the rest of the day I'd just be like, what am I doing?
You just it's almost, so I literally talked about this at my Lisbon seminar. They're like, how do you know what you're doing is enough, or do you ever like lose track, or like what do you need to work on? There's so much stuff, and it's, you know, CrossFit's crazy. I'm like, man, you know, I look at the few most recent competitions I've been at, and how I placed in what events, and then I look at, you know, the next few events I'm coming up to, and you can reasonably guess, like, let's say if you're going to Wadapalooza, you look at the last 3 years of Wadapalooza programming, or if it's the Open, or if it's regionals or the games, you look at the last few years of that programming, you think, okay, if those workouts came up again, where would I place in those? What do I do to get those placings better? There's your answer, and then you reevaluate in like 3 months, because it takes 3 months to get better at anything, approximately, let's say. It's not a week by week thing. And then in 3 months, you're like, did I get those things better? Are they better enough? What else do I need to start working on? And just looking, like, you've got to just think more long term.
I found it kind of interesting when I was with Tommy Venus, and even with Jacob Hepner and stuff, that you're not training all day every day.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, personally, a lot of people look at CrossFit Games athletes and they must be like, well, they're full-time athletes, they are training like 4 or 5 times a day, they must be Froning does, you know, like, but you don't realize the intensity or the amount that they're doing.
Yeah, and it's gonna, the thing too with that is it changes for everyone, right? So some people can handle and need more, and there's different times of the year where, yeah, I'm training quite a bit right before leading up to the games, right? 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out. But it changes throughout the year, and really, I mean, what I think has set me apart and like helped me progress is what I do with the other 22 hours of the day, you know? Yeah. It's maximizing that time with good sleep, good nutrition, mindset stuff, stretching, and just, you know, so I'm maximizing that time in the gym, and it's like all those little decisions over the course of, you know, 6 years that make all the difference.
Hey Jazz, we're being camera people.
We are. We're helping the tourists out with a selfie. Well, not so selfie.
Yeah. Come on Jazz, this has to be a good shot. Diet. Are you a guy that follows macros? Do you have a meal plan? You are known as the calculated one. Do you eat I eat off just kind of how I go along throughout the day. How do you structure it?
It's kind of a periodized thing, much like training, where, well, no, not like training. So right now I'm on vacation, so I'm just like making sure I eat enough and quality-ish. Closer to big competitions, it's more and more serious, and I talk to my dietitian. There's some macros. My biggest thing is like quality. So in our house, you know, like we have really high quality meat and vegetable. So we get it from like farmers market, and it's like freshly grown and all that good stuff. So the quality of what we have is usually what I'm trying to level up, like month by month or year by year. And then the actual like very specific milligram quantity I'm not as worried about, but leading up to a competition I get a little more in tune with that.
Because when you're at the games, you're like one of the leanest guys there.
Yeah.
Is that because of the training, or is it because of the food? And
both. So yeah, I mean, I eat really clean leading up to the games and regionals. I just feel that much better. And then, you know, I'm in contact like almost daily with my dietitian to make sure that, you know, what I'm eating is just enough. And then at the games, you know, it's like every day we're talking about how I'm feeling, what event's next, what I should be eating, what I shouldn't be eating, how much water, everything. So yeah, I'm pretty lean at the games, but I try not to be too lean for the rest of the year.
nice.
Yeah.
Build the perfect CrossFitter.
That's the plan, man.
Do you have any pets?
No, Claire would love a dog, but we don't have one yet.
Claire. Yeah, we want a dog too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like Craig's more puppy broody than I am.
Yeah, I know. We're not ready yet.
Neither are we.
I think Brent doesn't know how badly he wants a puppy until we get one.
What would you get?
Craig really wants one.
I don't know. I like big dogs, but I think we'd get something small just for the convenience.
Traveling
Because in like
aspect.
Canada and the States, you can take it as like hand luggage on the airplane, and like there's all of these benefits to having a small dog. Oh. Yeah.
It's very fancy.
Finishing off with the question, do you know who Brent Fikowski is?
Yeah, I heard of him.
Yeah. Did you meet him at the beach once?
Yeah, you did some workout with kettlebells or something. I don't remember. Kettlebells. Seemed like a nice guy.